All right, so science-based upper body day here with my client Amith, doing some incline Smith here, starting off at 1 set in the 5 to 7-ish rep range here, pushing with around 1 or 2 reps in reserve, and just feel it out again. Let's see how that looks.
Do I have to go all the way to my chest, or can I just get parallel?
You can get, that should be perfect. You don't need to go any higher than that.
I feel like when I get, because my arms are so long, I feel like when I go lower, it gets a lot of shoulder.
Can you tuck your arms more as well? Be able to tuck them more? Perfect, yeah. So you want to keep a nice stack of your joints. So you want to actually push your seat back a tiny bit. Just come back a little bit. Like just a little bit this way. That should be good. Yep. Perfect.
Sweet.
Yep. So remember to keep the wrist and elbow stacked. Yeah, it looks really good. Just keep them stacked so that everything's nice and even. Do you feel that mostly in your chest here, like mostly upper chest?
I think so, yeah.
Are you feeling some tricep as well?
A little bit.
You might want to go a little wider. Maybe a tad bit wider.
Okay.
Yeah, just a little bit. Something like that should be good. Just wide enough to where you're actually thinking about actually crossing over your clavicle. Okay. Come down. Perfect. And up. That looks pretty good. How does that feel?
Feels good.
Awesome. The crazy thing about doing high frequency like this is that we just waited like 20 minutes to do literally 1 set. But again, when you're hitting something very often, it's important that you're able to routinely keep your session essentially the same from session order to, how you're executing your movements. You want to try to keep everything pretty much the same so that week to week when you're coming in, you're giving yourself the same conditions. So if your conditions are the same, you're not going to have to worry about really running into repetition problems where it's like, hey, I'm on a different seat height, and you can run into a lot of weird little problems like that. So it's good to just try to keep the conditions the same so that when you're repeating stuff session to session, you're actually able to progressively overload, and that's going to be obviously your sort of key for growth. So try to control it all the way, but don't over exaggerate any part of it. That looks really good. Come up. Feeling good?
Feels good.
Comfy. Remember not to excessively lock out at the top, kind of just get that pacing. So control, up, and come back. Okay. So once you reach sort of near that lockout, you want to just immediately come back. You can rack it, that looks good.
Sweet.
Rack it there, let's do 45. And realistically, are you in that? So go nice and wide, perfect.
I got some footage for a blooper reel there.
Oh, you got some real footage? All right, ready? Yep, let's do it, Yep, good. Awesome, come down. And up. You want to go heavier, or you want to make this a working weight?
I think we made some working weight.
Okay, good. Control, own it, up. Awesome. Yep. Down. Perfect. Come back. You keep your arms pretty tucked if you can, if you're able to. Nice, that was good. Up. Yep. And more, come on, down. And up, come on. Yep, fight it, up, and rack. Rack it right here. Woo. Perfect, beautiful. That was perfect, like 6 with like 0 or 1 in the tank, so awesome. That was nice. I'm gonna do a 25. You put a 25 on each side?
Yeah, of course.
I'll do 1 rep with this, and then we'll get into my working weight.
Just like casually using my weight as a warm-up every time?
Yeah. No, but dude, it's like, you'll get there in time. It just takes some years, but
I mean, I think before we met, I don't even think I do a flat bench on a plate.
Yeah, no, I mean,
it's crazy.
Before I saw you, I don't think you'd be able to do this. Your pulling movements are really strong too. Like your pulling stuff is insane.
Yeah.
Okay. That felt nice. And people ask me about my warm-ups and stuff. That's pretty much what I do. What you guys just saw is really my warm-up routine. And as you go through your session, you don't need to warm up as much. So the way I'm warming up there with doing most of my working weight for like 1 rep, that's pretty much the end of my warm-up. That's where I'm pretty much done. I'm gonna put my wrist straps on here. And I'm gonna try to let's add 17.5 pounds if you can. Okay. So a 10, a 5, and a 2.5 on that side. The work here is not easy, but it is pretty straightforward week to week. This doesn't change all that much. I try to keep it to 1 upper day for each bias. So I have a delt and back biased upper day, and today's my chest biased upper day. So I'm gonna run it here. Here we go, 42.5 each side. Here we go. Good grip. And up. All right, 42.5 for 5, 0 RER, perfect set. And we're gonna do some flat press right now. Because this is a chest bias day, we are doing our chest work first. We did 1 set of incline Smith, now we're doing 1 set of flat Smith. And I was telling my client like that there's really no way to take the triceps out of things completely, and he has long arms. So the main problem for him is getting too much elbow bend on these chest movements, because for me, it would be like pressing here, and it's like a tricep extension of sorts. So if we look at a flat press like this, the main thing we're trying to do is work the chest while limiting tricep involvement. And it's really about just finding where you're comfy, that sweet spot, so that you're actually fully lengthening and shortening the chest while getting a minimal amount of tricep involved. So you want to feel this out real quick?
Let's do it.
How do you feel? This should look pretty good. And do you feel comfy, like on your shoulder and stuff? Does it feel comfy? Like,
Maybe we can move it a little bit up.
you want to move it forward? You can
Like
put it on
move it
5
forward,
if you want.
But also,
If you feel like you're impinged. Yeah, how does that feel?
it feels better. I
That
think.
looks good, right?
How's the width on this?
Looks pretty good. Your arm path looks pretty good. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. I mean, how does that feel? Comfortable?
I think so. I'm almost wondering if I should move the seat down. Though, 'cause
I was thinking moving your seat. Yeah, why don't you move
Yeah.
the seat down by like a peg or 2? Mine was on 8. We can lower yours a little bit. Just move it down by like a peg or 2.
Sure.
Because again, we're trying to keep the wrist and elbow stacked as best possible. So that looks really good. Yeah, it looks super good. How's that feel?
That feels much better. Yeah.
Yeah. You could arch too and scooch forward if you want. It's an idea. That might be nice. How's that feel?
That's better.
You're definitely gonna want to come wider as well with your arms. Can you come
Right.
out to here?
Sure.
Because for someone like you, like definitely wider, we'll get even wider.
Yeah.
Like that, we'll get even more, less tricep involved.
Hell yeah, okay.
Let's see how that feels. Better?
Oh, I think it's better. Yeah.
Less tricep, right?
Way less for tricep.
Awesome.
I can even see my chest trembling
I can
now.
see it, yeah. That
Okay.
is super good.
Sweet.
Let's do 2 plates. Actually, do you feel like a plate and a quarter would be a working set, or do you feel like you have 2 plates as a work? I feel like a plate and a quarter.
Plate and a quarter seems good.
That seems good.
Yeah.
Let's do that for a working set. We'll put you have 2 25s there? Or only 1?
I got 125.
We got 125. Okay, I have a 25 over here. Throw that on. All right. So this will be your working set. Woo. Feel like you're ready to rock and roll here.
Yeah,
All right, let's do it. Dial in. Yep. Keep that tuck. Remember, push until failure, pretty much here. So
All right.
take your time. Awesome. Push. Uneven of some kind. 5?
Yeah, just getting off the line here.
Do you want me to help you like spot it up? It's up to you.
Yeah, we can just get the lift off.
I can get you the lift off. Let me stand behind here. I got you the lift off back here. You
right,
ready?
ready?
3, 2, 1.
There we go. Perfect.
Perfect. Yep. Explode up. Perfect. Come back and explode up. Fight it. Perfect. Come back. Up, 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 up. Perfect. Fight it. Up, 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 up. Okay. Let's try one more. Fight it. Okay. Okay. 0 RER. That was a quintessential perfect 0 RER. That was freaking fantastic.
That was heavier than I was expecting.
That felt awesome. No, this machine is like very humbling. For people who've used this machine, you guys will know it's very, very humbling. But you guys will notice that a lot of people, when they first start, are not particularly able to gauge where their failure point is. And a myth here is really good at knowing where he fails. Like for someone with 6 months in the gym, it's very, very impressive, because a lot of people go to the gym for years and don't know where their failure point is. So what you're looking for, again, is that slowing of the concentric velocity. So you do your rep, and then once that positive starts to slow against your will, that's when you know you're at your failure point. But that said, I'm gonna do my working weight. I'm gonna do 2 plates and 37.5 each side. So
2 plates and 27.5?
37.5.
37.5?
Yep. So 2 plates, 35, and I
God.
just need 2 2.5s. So once we got that, we're...
Dude, that plate and a quarter was so heavy.
What'd you say?
That plate and a quarter was so
yeah,
heavy.
it's a very heavy machine. I got him here.
Oh my God.
You throw this on here. Yeah, this machine's rough. I saw a guy follow on TikTok doing this for 5 plates, which is just absolutely insane. So yeah, in the upper lower split, full body split as well, upper lower split, literally 2 sets of chest in a session is like more than sufficient. I mean, hell, you could probably get away with 1 set of just flat press if you wanted to, but I like to do some incline because I feel like it's important to put that first. I'll never change that opinion because I'm really trying to bias the upper chest fibers as best I can, but you know, a lot of people only do 1 set. But anything over 3, It's just really not necessary unless you're doing a modified PPL of some kind, where you have like a dedicated push day and you're only hitting it like, you know, twice every 8 days or something like that. If you're doing one of those modified push days, it's different, but for any kind of high frequency thing, you really don't need more than 2 sets of chest at all. Definitely no more than 3. So feeling good, feeling ready. All right. And try to not break my hand. Okay, my hand's about to lose blood flow. Let's not do that. I like tight wrist straps, but let's not be stupid. All right, looks pretty good. We don't want to cut off circulation here. All right, set number 2. These wrist straps just help a little bit with just kind of cueing the movement. They're not super important. Now I'll get rid of my phone out of my pocket as well, so I'm not distracted by it. All right, feeling good. Ready to press really hard. Okay. Joint stacked. We're gonna bring the heat. We're gonna get at least 6, hopefully 7. Got all our plates set up. Here we go. Okay. All right, 5 failed on 6. I don't really like to push failure like that all the time, but it happens sometimes. If I feel like I maybe get it, I'll go for it sometimes. Just depends. But that was our last set of chest for the day, so pretty simple stuff. A lot of intensity, but pretty simple on the whole. So we're doing some tricep dips over here on the dip machine, very tricep oriented, so trying to focus on keeping our shoulder kind of fixed to work that medial and lateral head. My triceps are not sore, but they're like 99% from my last session, so one of those moments where I got to make those executive decisions as to whether or not I'm going to hit it. I think I'll try a working set and see if I can progressively overload a little bit here, and we'll see what we can do. I think I'm going to try to do 170. I think last time I did 170 on this, and I'll probably do 2 sets here. So last time I did 167 for 6 with 1 RIR. So what we'll probably do is we'll do probably 170. This will be 165. They have a 5 stuck on this machine, so it's a little random. Okay, let's try 165. This should be pretty close. We'll throw on a couple micro plates here real quick, just to get our weight the same. So we'll do 2.5 pounds here with micro plates. Talk about these a lot. They're really, really useful. Got 3, 1 pound, 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds of some micro plates on here. I'm gonna make sure do not roll off. There we go. That's nice. We got our micros. And we're gonna use our seatbelt in the interest of being ridiculous, because everything I do is ridiculous. So we got our seatbelt going here. We'll try 167 this time for either 6 with 2 RIR, or maybe we'll do 7 at 0 RIR or 1 RIR. It's gonna be somewhere in that range. So gonna see what we could do. And remember, training with reps in reserve in a high frequency format is very smart, because you're gonna have to hit this more frequently, so you do wanna make sure you're actually recovering well. So this should be pretty good. Got our seatbelt set up. And here we go. Put one leg in the back. Yep. All right. Just to keep us a little more dug in here with the seatbelt. Here we go. 167. All right. Here we go. Okay. Step. It's gonna be most stable. Oh. 5. All right. That was probably 6 with 0 RR, but I was sick, and there's probably a little bit of variance here, so that felt nice. Want to come feel out your working weight here? Yep.
That might be pretty heavy.
That was pretty heavy?
Yeah. I needed a lot to get off the line.
Let's get your technique solid.
Yeah.
That seems pretty good. You could lower the seat a little bit as well.
Okay.
Because of your height. Yeah, it seems
good. A little more leverage.
Yep. Perfect. And just think folding this over. Yep. How's that feel?
It's good, I think.
Awesome. That was perfect. Yep.
God, man, this is a heavy machine, dude.
It is heavy.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good.
It's good. I lightened it a little bit. Here you go. Let's count that as one working rep.
One working rep.
Perfect.
All right.
Yep. Awesome. Yep. Beautiful. Yep.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yep, you got it. Do it. Make sure it's comfortable. Beautiful. Come back. Excellent. Yep. And down. Beautiful. Same thing. Fold over and down. Yep. Got at least 2 more. Fight it. Yep. Get a little bit of chest in there. It's okay. And fold down. Fight it. All right. I would stop there. That looked like 1 RIR.
Probably about, yeah.
So that was awesome. And again, because 2 things. For one, a myth is relatively new to the gym, like under a year of experience. You don't have to worry about getting indirect stimulus as much. So if you're getting your chest involved, like who cares that much, right? It's not like you're benching 405 where it's like you have to recover. You know, you'll recover, but like the recoverability is easier than you doing like 405 or whatever, right? So if you get indirect chest volume a little bit, that's fine. And then with the high frequency format, we're hitting this frequently anyway. So we're doing a lot of chest work, tricep work multiple times per week, multiple times in our sessions. So him stopping with 1 in the tank is totally fine, so that he's able to come in and do it again next time. But we were just talking about how frustrating it is, like in the gym when it's crowded, to have to actually wait for a machine all the time. But based on just the way hypertrophy works, it's better that you give yourself the same conditions, that you just wait it out, you continue your routine in the same order, the same sequencing, that you're able to do all that in the same order, same everything, because you want your conditions to be the same week to week. So he was asking like, oh, why don't we just do a dumbbell press? Why don't we do a machine press? And while it would be nice to do that, and it would save me a lot of time, by doing a dumbbell press, the amount of effort it's going to take to actually relearn a new movement, get your CNS adjusted to a new movement, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. Whereas if you just wait the 10 or 15 minutes for a long marathon session on the Smith machine or whatever, it's actually worth it to do what is programmed instead of just aimlessly swapping out and going to a new exercise, because your CNS is not going to be adapted, it's not going to know how to perform the movement, you're not going to be as good at pushing to failure, and it's going to be a novel stimuli, so you'll be sore as hell before getting into your next session, and then your whole week is thrown off. It can be a catastrophe if you're not careful with that, and you'll be like, why am I so sore, why am I so run down? That might be why. So anyways, again, the set number 2 did 167.5 for 6, so we're gonna do 165 for hopefully 6, and we'll be in that ballpark, so that feels pretty good. All right, got the seatbelt here to keep me as dug in as I can. My arms the way they should be, shoulders fixed. All right. All right, that was 0 IR for sure. Then he needs to do his second set here, so. All right, we'll do the same thing you did last time. We'll do 80 pounds, but hopefully we'll get it to where you are not getting that random junk rep at the beginning.
Yeah.
So get you going here with 80.
All right, let's do
Feel
it.
comfy? Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
Want to adjust the seat, lower it maybe?
Oh yeah.
Let's lower it.
Forgot about that completely. Where we were.
And if you do 10 reps here to learn the technique, like who cares, you know? Like it's worth it to dial it in. Beautiful, beautiful. Roll, fold over. Only thing you're thinking about is folding over. Yep. Perfect. Yep. Take your time. Nice. Nice. Awesome. Fight it, fight it, fight it, fight it, fight it. Let's try for 6. Down, fight it, down, 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 down. All right. Do 7. Fight it. All right,
Let me gas. Yeah.
that was out of gas.
I went.
All right, so we are on to the lateral raise here. We're gonna do this for 2 sets right now. And the frustrating thing with this is that I had to mess with the seat height because I keep full stacking this. So I had to actually raise the seat so that the weight is being inserted a little bit lower so that there's a longer moment arm from my side delt to the actual load. So I therefore am limited in how much weight I can use. Just giving myself a little bit more range of motion so that I can do my working set without having to bring over 20 wedges to stack on here. Currently I've only got 4 wedges, so this is, what is it, the full stack plus 20. All right, so that felt pretty good. Last time I did this for 5, this exact weight combination here for 5. So same weight, same seat height this time. And we'll see how we pull it off here. So I'm gonna do this here for most likely 6 reps if possible. See if it's in the cards. Do you remember what you did on this last time? Do you have it written down?
Yeah.
You do? Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely check on that. All right. And here we go. Ready? That was definitely 6 with 0 in the tank, maybe 1 if I use some leg drive. So that was really solid. You want to do what you did last time? Remember what you did?
So we did 125 for 6 and 4.
Okay.
But that was also like at,
is that a different gym?
That was
okay.
at Crunch.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll do. Let's feel it out with probably a little bit lighter.
Okay.
See how you feel. This is about 100 here. 105.
Okay.
Let's see how that feels.
Just double checking.
105.
Oh, sorry, 120 for 7 and 5.
Okay.
But yeah, Crunch.
Okay. Let's do it.
So where are we at now?
We're at about 105.
Okay.
That's a different weight because the different machine. So
yeah.
Let's get you set up.
All right.
How's that feel?
That's good.
Fight it up. Working weight for you?
Ooh, that's pretty heavy, yeah.
Yep, go. Perfect. 2, okay. Come on. 3, perfect. Raise the right arm a little more. Yep. 4, perfect. More. Up. 5. One more. Up, all the way, fight it. 6, okay, got one more. Fight it. Yep, 7. All right, perfect.
Yeah.
So we're each to do a second set here. And I'm not super concerned with him not coming all the way up because the side delts really have most of their leverage in like that mid position kind of. So it's a length and range really where they're stronger and have more leverage to produce the force. When you start to get all the way up here, you start to get a lot of trap involvement and stuff, and that's not super useful to us right now. So doing those like super ROM lateral raises coming all the way up, kind of pointless. So we're just gonna do a second set here and then move on. So one of our last movements here, we got the lat row. And the main thing we're focusing on here is trying to limit our elbow bend because we want to bend our elbow the least, right? We want to try to not make this a curl. We want to just pull into our lats. So same thing here, just pulling into our lats here on the side. I don't have to overcomplicate it, but it'd be a little tricky on actually setting this up to where you're not getting a lot of elbow bend. So you have a couple options. One way I like to do it is like this, where I tilt to the side a little bit, brace in, and then pull. It's kind of a nice option where you're not getting a whole lot of elbow bend. And you guys can actually watch it. You can actually watch this if you have a camera or something and see how you're executing it, how you're pulling it off, making sure you're not getting a whole lot of elbow bend. But I'm gonna do my set here. I'm gonna do a working weight. I think I'm gonna do like 220 or so, maybe 230 as a working weight. So almost whole stack, we'll see. We'll see what we can do here. I think I did around 220 last time, so 230 would make sense. And again, how you configure it doesn't matter that much. The main thing you're trying to do is just figure out how to limit the amount of bend that your elbow is getting. So the only function of the lat is scapular scapular depression here, so you're trying to actually depress the scapula. So pulling from here, pulling in is kind of the only thing that you're really trying to do. So let's tie in, nice and comfy, and here we go. Okay, nice. Feel nice. You want to do a working set here? These are one of the trickiest sets of muscles to actually train. 6, perfect. Keep it going. Fight it back, pull, pull, pull. Got more. Back. Yep. If we get into a higher rep range, it's not the end of the world. These lats are not going to fall off. Focus. Got more. Got more. Come back, come back, come back, come back. Okay. That was 10, you got 11. And you undershoot your reps, just keep going. Fight it, fight it, fight it, fight it. Pull, 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 pull. Oh, beautiful. And one more. See if you got it. Come on. Come back, come back, come back, come back. 12, come on. There you go. All right, stop it.
So undershot the weight a little bit there, but
yeah. That's okay. We can go up and wait for our next set.
Yeah.
Once you see he has, he's sort of using his lumbar and getting his lumbar involved, that's when we end the set because he no longer has any wiggle room there. He's out of contracting ability. He's no longer able to fully shorten his lats. So once he's done that, it's time to just call it a day and rest up for the next set. So we're gonna do 2 sets here on each side and then move on. All right, so we're gonna finish off with an elite tier brachioradialis exercise. This is a preacher hammer curl, but Nautilus have designed this machine to be one of the worst preacher curls I've ever seen and one of the best preacher hammer curls I've ever seen. So with a preacher curl, generally you want it to be toughest in that lengthen range or in that stretch. This machine is the opposite. It's extremely easy at the bottom and then gets much harder at the top, which is absolutely perfect because that is where the brachioradialis right here, this part of the forearm, has the leverage to produce force. So we're going to do a working set here, and even the range of motion on this machine is not particularly great, so it is literally perfect. It's almost like doing shortened partials for the brachioradialis. So just a fantastic option. Going to get to C160. This might be a good ballpark here. Stay neutral grip to really, really bias the brachialis and brachioradialis tissues here, mostly brachioradialis. And here we go. Up, up, up. Okay. All right, that was 4 with 1 in the tank. Just a perfect exercise. You want to try this out real quick, feel it out?
Yeah, so we're doing...
If you like it, doing the neutral grip here, you actually want to put these wrist straps on so that you get more out of your brachioradialis. You don't want grip to be a limiting factor. So tie those on. We're going to do this for 2 sets. I'll show you just one of what he's doing here, and then we'll go from there. So tie yourself in. And again, programming this in an upper-lower split where you have one day with a brachioradialis exercise and a brachialis exercise, and then another day where you have a biceps exercise, being a normal preacher curl is going to be great. So how does that feel?
It's a little strange that my elbows are usually off the end, but if this is how it's supposed to be.
Do you want to lower your seat slightly?
Yeah,
might be able to lower you slightly. Oh, all the way push down. There you go. Try that. Yeah. That seems good. Yep. And you should really only feel it up here. Feel good?
Yeah.
Want to go a little heavier for working weight?
Yeah, we can definitely go heavier.
Okay. Let's not undershoot. Let's try something like 150.
All right.
You don't want to undershoot. There you go. Fight it up. Yeah. Is that good for you?
And it feels pretty good.
Fight it. Yep. Focus really on that contraction here because that is where the brachioradialis has most leverage here. Perfect. Beautiful. Come on. Give me one more. Up. And one more. Up, shorten. And stop there. Perfect. Woo. That was 5, 1 RIR.
I think so.
Gonna do a second set here, probably match our reps at 0 RIR, and we should be good to go. So that was our upper day here on the upper lower split, high frequency.